Hey, yeah, Billy, yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm doing fine, yeah. Just hypothetical quick question. Is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, yeah. Why? No, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I'm positive. Very positive. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll call you back. Oh, fuck. Why, hello, people of YouTube. 'Tis I, the beardless assassin. And today, we're going to be reviewing the anime, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon on Halloween Day? Okay. And my deodorant just fell. Off to a good start. Anyway, so Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon follows the Hestia family, sole member Bel Crannel. And the Hestia family, what it is like basically gods came from heaven onto earth, which kind of makes no sense. Why would gods, immortal beings, live on heaven, where it's all sunshine and rainbows up there, come down to the piece of shit earth? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It's God. Who cares? So anyway, so you basically follow the Hestia family, sole member Bel Crannel, and as he grows about and tries to become a full-fledged adventurer. Oh yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was one of the animes that me and my cousin Nicholas, which I wanted to do a dual co-op review with, but he, got caught up in other stuff, and I didn't want to get him involved in this. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is we're going to be reviewing Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? And I know, it is a mouthful to say. So, well, what are its pros and what are its cons? Well, first off, I think that the anime is actually pretty well decent. It's very simple, and there's a lot of things I actually did like about this anime. This anime is a very fun anime to watch. So, I think the first and biggest thing about this anime is, of course, its animation. The animation done by anime studio J.C. Staff did an amazing job when it came to animating this anime. This anime is just all in all beautiful. Beautiful. Okay? Just the all out, like, looking at the horizon and the sun sets and when the sun rises, the sky. I love it when they show, like, pictures of, like, the sky in some scenes. I absolutely love it. The animation is flawless and the character designs are all pretty well. Excuse me. One of the cooler things I like about this anime is that it is similar to like an RPG, and I love JRPGs. I played the Tales of games, Ni no Kuni, and even some American RPGs like Skyrim. I absolutely love RPGs, and this is no exception. The RPG elements that are present in in the anime are all well done. And I absolutely love, it's all in all RPG elements. That is probably one of my favorite things about this anime, is that it follows like an RPG. Like, you go to a dungeon, you fight animals, or like wild monsters, you go to the end of the dungeon, you fight the boss, and it's very similar to an RPG. I absolutely loved it. The story of the anime is quite simple. Again, very reminiscent to a JRPG. Just kind of think about it. The story is kind of like a JRPG. Gods coming down from the heavens, and there's these gods that form what's known as familias, and all that stuff. It's kind of really reminiscent to a JRPG, and I find that to be very cool, and I love it. I love JRPGs, so I kind of ate that shit up. Last but not least, the main and supporting characters of the anime, and each and every one of these characters are very fleshed out and very developed, and I absolutely love what they did with this with our main protagonist, Bell Crannel. I'll be honest, you know, at first he kind of starts off as like this wimpy little wimp who, you know, he can't fend for himself, and you know, he's always needing help out all the times. But as the anime progressed, I actually began to really actually enjoy Bell and found them to be at first he was kind of annoying, but as the anime progressed, I actually found to actually like this kid even more as it is. So I absolutely loved it. Bravo to Bell Crannel, especially him in the second half of the anime. That was well done. The goddess Hestia, which I actually found this out in the Black Critic Guy reviews of this anime, is that apparently what happens is that that whole bow tie around Hestia's neck is actually a huge fashion trend in Japan, which I found that to be kind of weird because a fashion trend started in an anime. But you know what? No, I've heard weirder things in my life, so I'll let that slide. But other than that, the goddess Hestia is quite similar to like a tsundere, but she's also very likable and enjoyable at times. She does kind of get on my nerves most of the time, but I can kind of eat that shit up. And the relationship between Bell and Hestia is quite strong, and I absolutely love their banter between one another, and the fact that it's kind of like a one-sided thing. Bell, you oblivious bastard, you. Ugh. Another one of the characters that kinda wasn't really developed, but as you watch the anime, she became really nice, was Bell's love interest, Eyes Wallenstein, or Wallenstein, whatever. I actually quite liked her, but at first she kind of starts off as like this bland, boring, one-dimensional character, but as the anime progressed, you actually kind of grow attached to Eyes Wallenstein, and ergo, I kind of like that. And not to mention, she definitely knows her way around the blade. The one problem I would say that I actually kind of had against Eyes Wallenstein is that I wish there could have just been like more development between Bell and her. Like, Bell really likes this girl, and I want to see that relationship advanced. And rumor has it the second season will come out in 2016, so if that's the case, great. I want to see more development between the two of them. And I just all in all loved it, and I ate that shit up. Every moment that I see Bell and Eyes Wallenstein together, I really liked it. I ate that shit up. Welf, on the other hand, is also a really likable character, and I did like the direction that they were going with Welf. This blacksmith guy with red hair and stuff, I really liked him. And from the minute I saw the guy, you'll really like him. He's all in all just a nice character. I really enjoyed him. Lily, I didn't really care much about Lily at begin with. I mean, like, I get what they were going with. I get her development, but there were times where I just kind of found her to be a little bit annoying, and she kind of gets on my nerves, but you know what? I could forego that because the relationship between Bell and Lily is quite very strong, and I do like how Bell, even though, like, no matter how terrible you treat him, he's always ends up being nice, and I really like the guy. He's always a nice guy. Whether you betray him, whether you do anything to the guy, he's really nice and fleshed out, and I did like the relationship between Bell and Lily. So I'm talking pretty highly about this anime, but don't get me wrong, there are a couple of issues with this anime that I really did have. First and biggest issue with this anime is that it has a very slow start. Like, seriously, guys. Oh, crap, I forgot to mention one little thing good about this anime. Its action scenes. Love the action scenes. They're all fleshed out, and I love them. The action scenes were great. Now back to the cons. So it has a very slow start, and it really seemed that the second half of the anime was way better. Like, you really had to wait and sit there and watch the anime for it to become really good. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, the first half of the anime was very slow, and that's when I got to notice that Bell I didn't really quite think that he would have been a perfect main character for this anime. And yeah, but I did sort of appreciate the first half. For I get it, they're trying to introduce characters and shit, and I get it. But no, to me it was very slow, and I feel like they just could have, they could have just like, I don't know what to say. I'm moving on. The main antagonist of the anime. What main antagonist? And oh my god, she is the most cliche main antagonist I have seen in a very long time. She's one of those main antagonists that is obsessed with the protagonist, and she, I'll be honest with you guys, comes off as very cliche and very one-dimensional. She was just so non-existent. Like, all you'll see is that, like, she's on, like, this thing and she's obsessing over the main character. Ooh, what should I do next? What should I do to him? Ooh. Very cliche, very boring. Did not give a shit about her. Moving on. Other than that, guys, those were, like, the only real big issues with the anime. A couple of nitpicks here and there is that the title is kind of misleading if you think about it. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? I honestly thought that this anime was a harem. Just look at the title. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? It is very, very misleading, that title. But then again, that's just a very little minor nitpick with the anime, so I could forego that. But I kind of thought it was supposed to be like this harem romantic comedy. No, I wasn't expecting an action-adventure anime. But you know what? I could forego that because that is just a little nitpick with the anime. Also, with one other little issue with the anime was one of the characters who's like this maid. I think her name was not Ryu, because Ryu was really good. This other chick. Fuck, I forgot her name. Oh well. She was kind of one-dimensional. She was very boring. Could not care about her. Moving on. But other than that, guys, there's no... if you really like JRPGs and all sorts of JRPG elements, you will get a kick out of this anime. I found this anime to be very enjoyable to watch, and that's why I'm going to give this anime a 7 out of 10. It's a good anime to watch. If you have really nothing else to watch and very bored and have like literally nothing else to watch, watch Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. I really recommend it. And that's basically going to wrap things up, basically. Wow. Okay. So until then, guys, if you... happy Halloween, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Hope you guys get lots and lots and lots of sweets and treats and whatnot. I will try to post up, like, a little skit for Halloween, like a little Halloween thing. I don't know. I'll try. I suck at editing. But if I can't, oh well. It's my fault. Other than that, you know, stay tuned. And until then, guys, this is the Crimson Assassin signing out. Without a beard. Till then, peace, YouTube.